Despite airing some grievances about both sides, President Donald Trump remains optimistic about an end to the fighting between Israel and Iran.
That conflict is expected to be the primary focus of a high-stakes NATO summit that's now underway. CBS correspondent Erica Brown is in Washington tonight with the developing details.
Erica and Joe, as President Trump now shifts his focus to that high-stakes NATO summit in Europe, earlier today, the president was visibly frustrated, slamming both Israel and Iran for recent military movements that put that fragile ceasefire agreement to the test just hours after it took effect. President Trump was greeted by the King and Queen of the Netherlands Tuesday evening, all part of the NATO summit the president is attending this week in The Hague. The summit comes just one day after President Trump announced a ceasefire in the war between Israel and Iran. On Tuesday morning, as the president departed for the Netherlands, the ceasefire appeared to be on shaky ground. The president, using profanity, was visibly frustrated.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
The Israeli-Iranian conflict and the president's decision to dispatch targeted bombers to Iran's nuclear sites over the weekend are expected to be among the topics of discussion at the two-day summit, along with Russia's war with Ukraine. Ahead of his arrival in Europe, the president posted a screenshot of a message from NATO's Secretary General congratulating him for decisive action in Iran, saying it was something no one else dared to do. Here on Capitol Hill, the classified briefings that were intended to provide members of Congress with details about the U.S. strikes on Iran were delayed, frustrating Democrats. And we're told the Senate briefing has been pushed to Thursday so the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense can participate. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer slammed the delay.
There is a legal obligation for the administration to inform Congress about precisely what is happening. What are they afraid of?
The White House says the delay was due to new circumstances following positive developments in the Middle East. And CBS News has learned from sources that an early intelligence assessment says that Iran's nuclear program has only been set back by a matter of months after the U.S.'s strikes over the weekend, and their nuclear facilities were not obliterated. But the White House is pushing back, calling that assessment flat out wrong, saying it seeks to demean President Trump and discredit the service members who carried out the mission. Reporting from Washington, Erica Brown, CBS News, Chicago.
Optimism the ceasefire will hold drove oil prices down again today, but don't expect gas prices to follow. According to AAA, the national average of a gallon of gas is $3.22 a gallon, $3.83 here in Chicago. Analysts say summer demand will keep gas prices from dropping too much, but we could see a dip later in the year.